Welcome back to more Monster Train 2 Monster Action. Hope you are doing well myself. I am back, still playing more Monster Train. I considered doing another Hades 2 video. It's not that I don't, it's just I have not played the game in a week or so. I haven't played it since the patch dropped for Monster Train 2, and I didn't feel like trying to get back into playing before recording, because that one I think requires a little bit more playing practice to get back into the groove than Monster Train does. So we are back on Monster Train. We are back at the start of the rotating random. We have Fel. Let's go. How will Fel perform? Rising Rage, Molten Imp, Battle Dancer. This is a very solid shift start. And might as well take shift gain Valor. And I like a Resonant Shard, but we take the guild marker because Econ is good, and Econ at the very beginning is even better. Alright, we are going to drop our units. We got Rising Rages. Who do we got for bosses? Scion, Seraph, Entropy. So nothing exciting. That's fine. Let's just wipe a floor out. Nice. We're just going to keep doing this. Take some damage. It's okay. Might as well get my Fel stats rolling. You know? Yeah, this is going perfectly well. These units can perish. I am fine with that. Hey, we can send you up and then pull you forward again. Very cool. Now we're not going to lose any sap on these guys. I could like drop an imp, take those out, but I think we're fine with just a double swap here. I mean, we got so much attack. Yeah, very nice. The main thing is, of course, which one are we against? We are against Siphon. Okay, so we can play top 4 with this if we want. Take a cleave because we don't need an attack. I will take. Do I want the Pauldrons? No, I think it's a vent. Just take a couple of AoE spells. See what our steel has: Large Stone and Endless, with a Steelworker and Branded Warrior. Could get Rage, that is more scaling. It could get defense. Now we are trying to scale with armor, of course. The downside being that, right, our backline units aren't going to gain armor. So let's take the Steelworker. I think we want the defensive scaling. We're going to give you a Large Stone. And then health on the Battle Dancer. We can Rising Rage them up. That's going to give us, you know, 4 hits on the floor already. So it's not like we're down on hits. We're going to play you in the back for now. We can play these 2 mid. Nice. Yeah, so we can go shift again, and then a vent. This is why vent's good. A nice little AoE clear. And we got a lot of defense up top. But we can't get the gold yet. So we're going to shift once and then just, yeah, extinguish them all. Thank you, Cleave. Oh no, no unit to Rising Rage. Well, let's go Implians and then Rising Rage. Rising Rage up that Implian. Apparently we are just shy of breaking through there. We do this time. We're going to toss these guys out. Let's clear out both of those floors of annoying units. And this extra defense, I think, is kind of important. Let's put the imp in front and then bring back Fel. Extra defense, you kind of want that if you're, especially against the new bosses. Let's just bring you forward and cleave. Both the Flesh Weaver has 2 paths that really want you to, spikes and corruption, wants to use some defense, and then because there's that huge damage wave of Strix and Hollow on the same floor that can hit you, you kind of want defense there as well. Selfless Sacrifice is pretty good. I don't think we need another Bandit or the Imps because we're overstacking floors. Now I could get something here right away, but I kind of want like an intrinsic or a holdover. -1. We'll take a -1 on a Just Cause. That's not bad. Rail Beater's fine, but I don't think we need any of those units. How much? This is 65? Yeah. This is why the cost reduction is so good. That's a good chunk of money saved. This is 135 required. So yeah, we spell chain 1 Just Cause. We hold over the Cleave. We can get like intrinsic on that Cleave. We are so rolling in this. Ooh, I am going to take... Honestly, I might take Wolos. I don't take it very often. Nims is definitely good as well. We're going to take Nims. That can hit the bosses, right? And any days on the bosses is good. There is times I take a Leaky Pen, but usually it's when I'm spell spamming. So like Stygian, Luna. It's not needed here. Alright, I'm going to drop these 2. We're going to do this in the same order. You only start with, what, 7 attack? Yeah. So we can go ahead and just, like, send 1 up. And be fine. And look at that. We didn't even take any starting damage because of the Wolos, which is hilarious. I actually don't like the fact that you are dazed here. But let's go ahead and get all of that Valor going. No intrinsic on the one. I really want intrinsic. Let's swap those 2. We should take out the healer. The nice thing is, oh, there's my holdover. Yeah, we're just gonna hold that over. Yeah, this works really nice. I guess the Vengeful Shard. We are killing, but this wave's a little wide. I like the fact that we've gone barely any kills on their floor, which is great. They've been jumping around so much that just nothing's surviving. Alright, if we have the X here, I don't have to save on the Cleave, but then again, it doesn't matter because we got all our 0-cost ones anyways. That, I mean, holding over the Cleave does slow my permascaling, but I think it's fine. I think we're doing good enough. Rage Room? Sure, why not? Why not? Just get more rage. Get a little bit extra scaling. More scaling's good. And both of our units could use an upgrade. What do we see here? Steadfast Crusaders, fun. I should have checked this, but I don't think it's needed. Tiny? It's Tiny the Steelworker. Now we can fit... I was hoping, yeah, multi-strike. There we go. I can fit all 3 on the floor turn 1, which is good. Now I don't need 37. Don't need that intrinsic on my Ascend card, and I can play bottom if needed against Kale. So that's good. We are going to play top for as long as possible, though. So if there's like no pressing reason not to play top, we will play top. I'm going to get rid of the junk. We're just taking all the ping damage. But by playing top, I get, more rounds of I get more rounds of being able to scale. All right. We're going to shift. We're going to shift. We're going to shift. We could send you up. Why not? Let's make the floor wider. Rage room. Whoop, that was a train steward I just moved. That's okay. I'll probably put the train steward in front this next round, so it takes all the hits, our poor friend. And we're going to maximize so that we get our shift triggers on both of our friends here. This is the one we want to hit there, and then we can shift again. Get those shift triggers going. Just keep on shifting. Very cool. And then you're going to come up dazed this round. Haha. And we get a nice easy kill. Very cool. Oh man, these are all good. Who are we against? Sap? Cursed Twin Blade might be the call then. I mean, Benediction's really nice. It's great defense, but we're going to take the Twin Blade. Let's take the offense for now. Just really up our perma-fel. Artifacts, Purges, Merchant of Arms. We get that deployable. There's the Cove. I think I want Trinkets. There's some good shift triggers. I'm just going to ignore. Unless it was one of the ones that made my shifting give me attack or armor. I think we can skip. We can skip this too. Yeah, that's decent. All three of these are decent. Well, this one's the least decent. We only have the one artifact, but we'll take draw. This is basically just giving you Valor 5 on shift, which honestly is pretty good scaling. So we're going to take it. And then we can purge some cards. Goodbye, Spear Stewards. You never know, maybe everything else has uses still. Look, another one we can play top floor. Not punished. There is no junk makers, so we can play the floor we want. That's really nice. Just get rid of the other units. Okay, we are going to get rid of a calcified ember. That's just too much ember, right? Okay. Let's get out of my draws. Let's do our shifts. Let's go ahead and get that defense going. No, why are you there? Ah, multi-nim. My savior. Really? That's gonna get through? How? Rude. Could one guy be? Alright, there's the Rage Room. Nice. Vengeful Shard. And now we're really gonna start clearing things out. Now I guess when I cleave, I do take away rage scaling, but I don't want to get sapped. I think that's a bigger issue, is the sap. There's only the one sap guy, so I think we can actually drop this now. And be really fine. I mean, look at all that rage we just gained. Alright, let's get rid of the junk. And I think we're going to be fine here. We can even send our weakest two friends forward. So we can hide in the back with our damage. -1 attack, but +2 rage means we are scaling faster than we lose, which is really nice. Now we can take a benediction. I'm happy with that. Tiresome Climb, also amazing. Now we definitely want to go our spells. Ooh, an intrinsic. I do want this to be 1 cost. Let's go ahead and minus 2 cost of the Benediction. So we can play that. We will double stack the Tiresome Climb. I think that's really good. I think we're just going to consume out this event. I only need to draw it once, and I really only need it as a draw before I get my cleave going. I'm going to get rid of the Queen's Implings now. They're just hurting my draw. Okay, this time we have to play bottom. Spikes, this is... they gain so much health. So we are going to play bottom. Play the Stewards on top. A Rage Room right away is really nice. We're going to bring you forward, and you are going to take the cleave hit. This is fine. We're just going to throw you down as some block. Bam. Yeah, we have a pretty sound floor going. All right. You are going to be who's taking the corruption. Sorry, it's just how it has to be. You're the least important of all those units, my friend. Oh man, no shift that time. Definitely going to take another Ember, I think. Go away, junk. You're dazed, so I can cleave here and be fine, and then we're going to shift. Hey, Benediction again. Benediction is always just solid defense. Not much more. Nope, I want to bring you forward. Steelworker, absorb the corruption, thank you. And then I guess we just drop 2 Implings, get them out of my deck. And yeah, we have this very, very solved. We're going to take a 1 corruption hit. That's sad. All right. We have the kill here no matter what, so there's no need to cleave. We'll get rid of the calcified embers. That's why I saved it for the last. See if I could spare the 3 ember to get rid of it. Very cool. Multi-strike is fun, but I don't think it's really needed. We're going to skip. We're going to take the Ember. Now, there's an argument I could easily take Draw, but I think I want the Ember. Don't need unit upgrades. Rooms. I like my Rage Room. Stasis Crystal is an interesting one. We're going to take that. Maybe slap it on a Train Steward. Or an Imp. That would be funny. Remove Consume. No, thank you. -1. Yes, thank you. Intrinsic, the Tiresome Climb, so it's also -1. Double stack isn't a need. Neither is the heal, really. We're at a lot of health. So unless things go really poorly here, where I have our triple strike, I think we're okay. We are going to see a lot of junk, I think. That's not something I like. But I think I can get away with playing top still. All right. We can shift. We can play an imp. Let's get rid of 2 cards. There we go. And now we can shift you to the front. We are going to Tiresome Climb one of these. And just drop another imp there to clear that floor. Now, I guess I probably should have dropped an imp's second floor, but I didn't want the junk at the moment. Okay, give you that. Let's get 2 shifts. I'm sorry, you are going to be sacrificed. We're killing that, that's fine. We'll just take out the units. There's the stasis crystal. I like seeing that. Let's take a blocker. And let's just thin out our deck. Alright, Rage Room, great. Queen's Impline. That's good. Let's go ahead and shift a couple of times. And let's start building up some more damage shield. Alright, there's my cleave. That's good. Oh, that I can't target. That's a shame. I guess we'll cleave here then. Start with the cleave. Get rid of double junk. I don't want corruption on my unit. So we send the imp forward. And what I think we're going to do here is obviously a cleave. Oofed. I think we just daze you 4. Let that floor perish. Okay, that's some good shift. We take 18. How rude. We're still at 102. This is a lot of health. But I think we're in a pretty favorable position. 4 rounds. So let's cleave. Yeah, see, that gets the kill. We can tiresome climb then. And we're just going to shift twice, 3 times. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, another benediction's fine. That's all fine. I think we have the 1 that's good enough. Let's take an Inferno. You never know when you need to blow up a floor. This is the health, but I think we want to look at the Merchant of Arms if possible. Blood. Okay, yeah. Blood of the Apex plus that. That's also really good. So I guess I can merge these. Resolve the second time. We'll do that. Let's not lose our rage. Now, ooh, this is interesting. That is a free permafrost on Inferno. And on the vent, which isn't bad. Let's purge some more things. Let's go buy double implines. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we're just gonna purge some more. Another Queen's Impline. I'm gonna purge. Let's purge a Just Cause we have to pay for. We'll leave it in the Rising Rage because that can shift enemies around, which can be more useful. Steelworker goes down. We're gonna send you down. Fell, you get to go in front. All right. Let's tiresome climb here. I think we'll Echo Vault middle. Get it out of my hand. Get some shift going. We're gonna leave the cleave now to help empty out this deck first. We're gonna draw pretty quickly, which is nice. You are annoying. Alright, we're gonna hatch now. So we can start shifting. We'll just drop you, and then we will vent to get rid of the silence unit. And we can Inferno next turn there. Alright, we are going to lose the damage shield. So let's just cause once. We're going to Tiresome Climb first. Ooh, nice. Just cause again. And then Infernal, that's going to double Infernal that floor, so nothing makes it up next turn. Alright, let's get our shifting going. Benediction's good. We do want to hold on to that cleave now, I think. And let's just, yeah, get some more damage shield. Alright, we will shift once, then cleave. Get rid of the junk. Yeah, shift, 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 Tiresome Climb. You know, I'll try to keep, well, actually 111 now. If once you hit 120, I can keep you in front, because then I can ping that out right away. That is a double Inferno. I think that's worth it. A double Inferno floor is really nice, okay? There's the cleave. Let's get rid of a junk. We can shift once. I'm going to Inferno again. It hurts my permascaling, but I think just wiping out the waves is better. Alright, shift, shift, more shift. Shift again. We will bring up the silence unit and cleave it. I forgot that would send up. Oh, that could have been scary if I got the wrong thing. We will shift, we will cleave. We're just going to shift a couple more times. We are going to send up the middle one, because that's going to guarantee I just send up another one of those. And that's going to go up with 4 days to the pyre, so who cares? Cleave, haha. Let's shift a bunch, get another damage shield. Easy kill. There we go. We got some nice attack gain on there. Fight the Titans depart. I like how this does get frozen. That's pretty useful. We will play bottom. I like to play bottom because that's usually his lowest attack. All right. Days. This is the best one to days. I will put 5 days into you. And then just double vent here. I'm the least worried about savagery currently, okay? Alright, let's get our defense back. Let's hit the double. We're going to bring you forward and then cleave. Ooh, nice. Rage Room. I'm going to gain so much armor, I don't really care that I took those hits. Yeah, having you in front's great for the cleave. Might as well just save our health. I'm gonna quickly wear down Dominion. Yeah. Alright, bring you forward. Then we can cleave. Let's get the junk out of here. Bring you forward again. Molten Imp, go! Oh no, I'm going to do this, and they're going to scale, but wait. Cleave. This is a pretty nice hand. Flop, flop, flop. Benediction. I could send you forward. I don't think it's necessary. Well, Dominion's down. Oh no. Let's play the Shard and Multi-Nymph, and then the Pyrelite. Darn, I was hoping for a shift card. We don't get a shift card here. Send you up with Daze so things die. I can always send that back up again with another, you know, Ascend card to get in my damage. Alright, Vengeful Shard, Benediction. You know, we will send you up so we can get the attacks. There we go. Shift forward. Cleave. So now our goal is just to get that last 500 damage there. Alright, so we will shift, Rising Rage. We can double shift again. I'm going to cleave and then Inferno you. Because that's the fun thing to do, is hit them with Infernos. How rude. How rude. Let's get one more shift in, right? Stop hitting me for 3, you jerk. Nice easy kill. Oh no, 24 damage taken. What a shame. Run summary. Hey, new personal. That has a very low for a personal best. It's just that I think it's the first time I've run it since they've added this as a record that it keeps track of. Anyways, run summary. There we go. Fairly straightforward. Fell. Shift the fell. That's it. Get another shift unit. That also gets more shifting. And just double up on the stat gains. A little bit of extra defense thanks to Steelworker. And you might say, hey, why do you need that extra armor when you're just getting armor from Valor? Well, you need to survive that first hit, right? So if you're facing down, 25 damage on the Titans, you want to make sure you survive that. Now, 34 health would, but it goes pretty quickly. So if, like, this ends on the first turn facing the Titans, sure, it'll live. But at later turns when there might be waves there, or there's also savagery and they're not dazed, that adds up a lot of damage and they can die. So just that little bit of extra defensive boost is nice. Just to make sure they can survive those, round 2, 3 hits when it's their first time gaining their armor from Valor. But otherwise, yeah, pretty decent. Rage Room was pretty decent. I mean, when Fell has, triple strike plus a 4th strike, right? You're gaining 8 rage minus 4 attack, and eventually with the Collection of Tales not decaying, that's what, plus 12 damage a turn. So that's pretty good scaling. Yeah, that makes it a decent use finally. The merged equipment, just because I wanted to merge them, I could instead of purging the one. I think that was slightly better. Lots of shifting, some dazing, some damage shield. There are basic survival cards, and it gets you through the run. I do think, yeah, Guild Marker is a good starting artifact in a non-gold generating clan, just because it does give you a lot of leeway when you get to the shops. I bought out several shops, especially in these Merchant of Magics, rolling and buying it, pretty much anything I wanted. So that is definitely very useful. Plus, buying, what, 4 artifacts at the end and a merge and a couple of purges. So, the power of extra gold is great. Anyways, that is the end of this run. So thank you for watching and have fun.